1.0. So yeah, welcome to France. Finally, we are heading into Paris, the beautiful city of Paris. We have a little bit less than an hour. Hopefully the traffic is not going to be too bad. We are heading the right direction in terms of traffic. People are coming out of the city after work. At least we get to see a little bit of the countryside and Euro Disney. Some of you asked me if it's easy to get here. I said, nah, yeah, it's easy. It was a bit too easy. And now we're here. But how many of you have been to Paris, France before? Roughly? A few? A handful? And for those of you who have never been to France, Paris, or Paris, first of all, how many? Roughly? Okay, the majority. So in Europe, people say that the French, and especially the Parisians, they're very difficult, and it's difficult coming as a foreigner. But there's a reason for that. You remember Eric when he spoke about the English aristocrats and the nobility, that their official language back in history was French from the royals in England. French was, it was a big language, of course, and was also the language of the diplomacy. And for us Europeans, we have this old history that we panically holding on to, and we don't let go that easy of anything. So if any country here have been ever big or had some power in the past, we pretend that it's still going on. So that's also a reason why England or UK has like its sworn enemies, France, because they've been fighting over the power over the history, throughout history. And at some point French was, of course, of the France, and the French language was the dominant one. And they're very proud of their language, so they do not like too much when we arrive here and start in English straight away, because for them people should speak French, right? That's the official language of the world, isn't it? But they of course know that, and the young generation, they speak very good English. Most people speak very good English, but the trick is that if they see that we try, even struggle a little bit, they switch to English very easily. But if we take for granted that they should speak in our language, then we can meet some resistance. It's just that little first step. So there's a few key things to know when we're in Paris. One thing which is very important, I even saw a group of tourists once being told off when they were going to buy crepe, the crepes, and they walked up to this place, when they fry them right in front of you on the street, and said, "Oh, one chocolate crepe, please." And then this person just looked at them very angry and said, "You have to say bonjour first." But it is a little trick, there's a little trick. Bonjour means good day, hello. Anywhere you go, it's always nice to start with bonjour. Only that word will take you very far. And thank you is merci. Bonjour, merci. Bonjour, merci. Two magic words opens up a lot of doors. So that's a good thing to start with. And if they see then that you're trying, they're gonna have a much friendlier approach back. I can do an advanced language lesson if you like. How much French do you want to learn? You want to learn some French? I would like to have. There is a very polite phrase to say I would like to have, and then whatever it is you want is je voudrais. Je voudrais. Je voudrais. Je voudrais, and then you can even say in English, sandwich. For instance, some useful things for at least I know some people on the bus here. You want to count a few. You know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you want 5 beers, because I know you do. Bière, 5 bières, s'il vous plaît. Je voudrais bière. Yeah, beer is bière, wine is vin. Vin. Vin rouge, red wine. Vin blanc, white wine. That's all you need. Now, there's more to it. But already there, you get very far. Je voudrais, it's very good. And if you want someone's attention, you can say monsieur or madame. That's always good. You can even be so polite you say excuse me, sir. That would be excusez-moi, monsieur. It's like excuse me, excusez-moi. Similar but different. And je voudrais. How do you say good day? Bonjour. And thank you? Merci. How do you say good day, our new friend, bus driver? Bonjour, Monsieur Francis. Bonjour, Francis. How are you? Comment allez-vous? He's smiling now. He's very impressed. How do you say one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and 5, 5. Beer? Bière. I know you're not going to forget that one. And wine? Vin. Je voudrais un vin rouge. I would like one. Actually, it's a little bit of a simple French, but I would like one red wine. But they would understand you want a glass of wine. If you want to be correct, you could say un verre de vin. Un verre is a glass. Verre. A bottle is a bouteille. And you can also ask for a carafe. And another useful thing is how much does it cost? A little sentence you should exercise, unless it's written on that. The easiest way there's many different ways to express this little sentence, but the easiest is to say c'est combien, c'est combien, c'est combien. The hardest part with learning a language in the beginning is that there's like no resemblance to what is logic in your own language. There's no kind of reference, and then you'll forget it. But the only way to learn it is to repeat and use it and remember, and it becomes easy after a little while. So we already know to say, excuse me sir, how much is 5 glasses of beer? Excuse me sir.